The government and people of Bauchi State have commended the police for working hard to provide security in the state. Leading in this commendation is the State Governor Alhaji Mohammed Abubakar, who praised the Commissioner of Police CP GARBA UMAR for turning around the security situation in Bauchi State in short a time as the State Chief Law Enforcement Officer.
To give thanks to the vigilance of the security agencies that operate within the state, particularly the Nigeria Police Force, which is the largest of the security agencies that operate within civil society. And the relationship between us and the Nigerian police has been fantastic from day one, probably because I happen to be a son of a police officer myself. My father was a retired assistant commissioner of police, and I grew up among policemen all my life. I have ensured a very, very cordial relationship, a mutually beneficial relationship between us and the police and the other security agencies in the state. When we took over, the situation was not like this, but because of the collaboration between us and the security agencies, God in His infinite mercy has spared us, and we have in a little way assisted the security agencies. It's not something that one should blow his trumpet for, because it is a basic responsibility of any responsible government to provide security to the good people of the state. So whatever we do in the name of security is not money down the drain, it is money well spent. And we do not regret assisting the police and other security agencies. We will continue doing that because we see the result. You read in the papers virtually every week of the successes being recorded by the police in respect of the recent modern criminal activities like cattle rustling, like kidnapping. On a daily basis, the Nigeria police in Bauchi State make arrests of kingpins of these heinous crimes. And we have assisted them by reviewing the law. We pick out those offenses out of the penal code, and we have strengthened the punishments for these offenses. Kidnapping attracts life imprisonment. Cattle rustling attracts death sentence. So we are working hand in hand with the police, and our current CP is not more than a month old in the state, but criminals and criminal elements have started feeling the brunt of the CP.
Security Watch Africa sought the views of some Bauchi residents on their assessment of policing in the state.
It's a very welcome development, more especially with the coming of this new Commissioner of Police, Wali. We have seen changes. He has been patrolling himself. Actually, he said his men and officers, they have been going around and everything is okay. Before he came, actually, there was a little change. There was a little gap between the former and the new commissioner, because the new commissioner is coming out himself to patrol and see to himself actually what is going on. So everybody has his own pattern of doing his own job. So the other ones too are really doing their jobs, but comparing to what the Wali is doing now, there's change drastic.
With the coming of the new Commissioner of Police, and he said now they can sleep with two of their eyes closed, but before they cannot sleep. Every day if they open their radio, say they used to hear bad stories about police, about people, about crime, but now the new Commissioner of Police has changed everything. There is a paradigm shift now in the command, and everybody is living peacefully without any problem.
Because just as recent, there have been killing of some people within Gwalemeji. He's even a student. I think his corpse was found after 2 or 3 days after his death. Then also around on our way to Brishi, there was also a case of murder. But thank God, according to the news, they were able to find the suspect. So we appreciate that from the police. But what we want from the police is we need a station in this metropolis.
To further demonstrate its preparedness to combat all forms of criminality in the state, CP UMAR led a patrol round the Bauchi metropolis. Speaking on the situation of security in Bauchi State, the Commissioner of Police, CP GARBA UMAR, said the state is safe and secured.
Bauchi is so safe that you can feel from the comments and utterances of the citizens in Bauchi State, even from I've sent a strong message to all of them that I'm out to deal with any form of crime and criminality. And that is why we decided to go, even cases of murder, culpable homicide, robberies, and armed robberies that were not solved. As soon as I took over, the record is there. I solved them. Not only solving them, I arrested the culprits.
He speaks further on the achievements of the police command.
This guy is a social media, is a blogger, and is an activist also. His name is Bauchi, Abraman Bauchi. He was abducted, killed, and dumped into the forest near the mountains in one of the villages surrounding Bauchi State. His matter was such a very serious matter, as the guy was not involved in any crime. He does not belong to any political, militant wing. He's not part of the Sarasuka. And he's just quite an activist. And his death brought about apprehension in the state. And this led for me to do an intelligence network. It's part of my work. We went into intelligence gathering, and we were able to unravel and arrested the culprits. All of them were arrested and they are brought to justice. Every citizen in Bauchi State is apprehensive and is afraid of these Sarasuka boys. They are young boys who have sharp knives, sharp cutlasses, dangerous items that once they strike you is an instant death or a long, painful death. And it has become so important that we need to go after them. And we are after them, and we are making sure we minimize, we eradicate them by means of taking them before a court of law. And that is why I made, in my maiden speech, I warned them that the sheriff is in town, and we will not spare them, and they have seen it. I can just give you, there was this case of Bauchi I told you. We solved that case. There was this case of a young man that he operates some, like a taxi. Some group of young boys who happen to be his friend or their client. They called him that they wanted him to take them to Jos. They lured him, dropped him, and used hard object, suffocation and use of hard object to exterminate his life. All of them were rounded up and they were arrested. There was also this case of serious sympathetic case that one has to. A young boy raped a 4-year-old girl. This is one of the things that they were all arrested. And there was this old man also that also raped a young girl of 7 years and a minor. They were arrested. And there was this case of a man that came into town with the promise, seeking for how to get rich quick. And he was told that the only way to get rich quick, he has to sacrifice either his wife or his daughter. So he came in with the intention of sacrificing his wife or daughter. He didn't know that we are on his trail. He didn't know that we have intelligence information on him. And we picked him up. And he's with us. He will soon be charged to court. And there are some robbers who, within some areas, they robbed Fulani settlement. They were also arrested and got. All in all, I have quite a number of terrorists. We have the terrorists that I told you about, the achievement of the wanted person, the most wanted Boko Haram. In the list, if you check the list, I've given you the list number 176. He's a wanted person. We profiled him, tracked him, and arrested him. And we are on our way to hand him over to the military. Because the military has already, we have identified him, we ID him. He's one of these wanted Boko Haram suspects. In fact, he identified so many of his colleagues in that wanted list. Yeah, he confirmed. He said he killed 150 human beings. He has mentioned it. So you can see the kind of characters that they have. Somebody who can kill 150 within the space of 4 years of their operation is somebody that is big in the society. And there was this case of ritual killing in which the head and the private part of the person was removed. And accordingly, all the suspects in Toro, local government area, they killed the person, removed his head, severed his head, and removed his private part for ritual killing. They were all arrested. And if I can quickly go through the number of achievements made, we have two terrorists that were arrested. We have 11 armed robbers. We have 4 of them that were injured, fatally wounded. We have 14 kidnappers that were arrested. Then we also rescued 12 of those kidnapped. We also recovered 3 vehicles within the short period of 3 weeks of my assumption. We also recovered 1 La rifle, unserviceable La rifle, an assault rifle. We also recovered a fabricated gun, double-barrel guns, toy guns, culpable homicide suspect, 22 of them, number of 47 rifle ammunition, 7.6, 46. We recovered over 300 animals, including 124 cows that were taken away by the headsmen. And then we also recovered 6 million naira of 1,000 fake denomination that is being circulated within the state to unsuspecting people.
In his drive to foster closer relationship with the people of the state, CP UMAR summoned a stakeholders meeting in the state capital. The meeting offered the opportunity for ideas and information sharing. The Commissioner of Police spoke with Security Watch Africa on the essence of the gathering.
In the state, as well as community leaders and elders and traditional leaders, as well as religious leaders. It encompasses all. We are discussing the security situation in the state and trying to find out solutions and possible way of doing the community policy. And you have reached out to so many of them, and they have seen our work on the ground, and they have seen what we have done, and they have seen the commitment. Now they are ready to come and partner with us because they believe we can deliver, and that is what is expected of any community policy, and that's what we are exercising.